Hello everyone, welcome to That's Football. England start the Euros with a win against Croatia, which effectively puts us straight into the knockout stage, because with 3 points and 2 games to go and 4 teams going through in third place out of 6 groups, really 3 points will put you through. 4 definitely will. It's very unlikely we're going to lose to Czech Republic and Scotland. So yeah, the toughest game of the group, I would think, we've just gone and got a win in it. So fantastic result for England. I'm going to be honest, a lot of people very happy, and I don't want to take that away at all. But I think for me, I'm looking long term. I'm looking about semi-final. I'm looking about, can we get to a final? So maybe I'm just not. Maybe my ambitions are higher than where everyone else is today. That it's a sunny day, we beat Croatia, it's coming home, let's drink and pretend. I look at that performance today, and maybe I'm one of the few England fans that wasn't drinking through it, so I'm a little bit more, realistic. And I look at it, and I think that team's not going to do well. I don't think it's going to do well. You cannot have a right-footed left-back who's always using their right foot and not overlapping. You cannot take off a Foden to bring a Rashford on, and because then you're going to give the ball up. Sterling and Rashford, they're flair players. Kane needs service, and I think that he's got to get hold of that team, and he's got to build a team. And at the moment, it just looks a little bit lopsided to me. In fact, the goal we got was basically because Croatia came out second half, were controlling the ball. They made a mistake. Phillips made a driving run. They were all over the place, and Sterling took his chance. You take that goal away, where was the other chance, really? I mean, Sterling had that one from the free kick that dropped down that he should have done better from. But it's not a performance from England where you go, oh, that was a great performance. That was a good performance. We didn't create enough. We didn't really use the ball enough. It reminded me of some of Ollie's performances for United when he was in trouble, sort of last autumn, and he started grinding results out. And I think Southgate, as a conservative coach, that's a grinded out result there. But do I come away from that thinking, yeah, we're going to build something here? Well, I hope so, because I think momentum is really important. I'm going to do the player ratings in a minute. Maybe we can build something through this tournament, but I think I come out of that game probably asking more questions than I had before it. What is he going to do with that back four? Maguire will surely come into it, but are you going to bring Chilwell in? Are you going to bring... Well, he obviously doesn't like Shaw, so hopefully Chilwell will start to give us some balance. The midfield looked good. Rice and Phillips actually worked quite well. What's he going to do with the front four? Is Rashford now going to start with Sterling and we're going to lose a Foden or a Mount? I mean, Grealish, again, I think Grealish and Shaw both should be starting, but let's just pretend that they're not part of the squad, because I just don't think Southgate's going to use those players. If you're putting Trippier at left back over Luke Shaw, that is stunning, absolutely stunningly, amazingly bad. And if Grealish is not coming on in a game like that, then, again, he don't really rate Grealish, does he? So what team are we going to build out, I think, is going to be the interesting thing. Because if that's our plan for the tournament, I don't think we're going to make the quarterfinals. And I think Southgate will be out of a job in a couple of months. He's got to start building a team. And he's got to start building a team that's going to, make teams like... If I was Portugal watching that, or I'm France watching that, or even if I'm Italy watching that, I'm like, yeah, they're well organised, England. But you know what? Croatia may as well, take their teeth out. They've got no bite. They've got no bite at all. And some of these teams we're talking about, they will have a bite. Even Germany, even Spain. So good start for England. Good result for England. My man of the match was Calvin Phillips, because to be honest with you, I think he's scratching around. We're scratching around for good performances from England. But it's a good start to a tournament performance. I'm very happy about that. And I'm really excited about Scotland. I think Scotland is the right game to come. But I suppose I'm probably in the minority here, that very happy with the result, but I'm looking about how far we're going to go, and I'm not kidded by that performance today. And I've not been kidded by England under Southgate for a long time. I just think that he is too conservative. Even you score a goal against Croatia with half an hour to go. What did we do to try and make it 2-0? It just seemed to like a gradual stepping back and flooding the midfield and the defence, which is fine if you want to be like that, but I think that Croatia defence was creaky, and I wouldn't be surprised if Scotland gets something against Croatia. I don't think that Croatia side's that good, unless I've completely misjudged it. But look, good result, but there's still a lot of work to do. And if Southgate sat there tonight smiling as he goes to sleep thinking, oh, I'm on to something here, I don't think you are. I still think you've got quite a lot of work to do. You've got to balance the team, and you've got to figure out a way in playing football and creating chances, because we didn't create as much as we should have done. First 20 minutes was really good. Other than that, I think it was a very workmanlike performance and a good 3 points. But you're not going to workmanlike you perform. We've got a real opportunity here as well. Wembley for all our games apart from the quarterfinals. So we've got an opportunity. Let's use that Wembley crowd. I know it's only 25%, but it makes a noise. Let's use that crowd. Let's entertain that crowd. Let's take this opportunity. Let's replicate Euro 96, where we did start off with a draw against Switzerland, which was a bit lackluster. So let's build it out. But I'm not. The thing I would say, and this happens quite a lot in the tournament football, is I don't know what England's best 11 is. I'm hoping it's not that. I'm hoping he's going to build a team, because at the moment that I'm uncertain. Player ratings: Pickford, nothing to do, so I'd give him an average 6. Kyle Walker, probably give him an average 6. Some good things, some bad things. Defensively, he was quite good. John Stones 6. Tyrone Mings 6. Trippier, I give him a 5. His set pieces were pretty poor, and I just. Not his fault. He's a right back playing at left back. It didn't work. It looked unnatural. There was no balance. So I didn't like Trippier's performance. Give him a 5. Declan Rice, average 6. Quite a quiet game from Declan Rice, actually. I thought the game passed him by. Phillips for me was man of the match. Had a massive part in the goal. I'd probably give him an 8. And considering Kelvin Phillips is a player that I was like, I'm not sure whether he's a player at this level. Could be a breakout player. Could be a breakout player from the tournament. England always have 2 or 3 players in a tournament that you go, oh, they've really stepped up. So Phillips for me, watch out for him. I'd give him an 8. Foden, probably a 6, maybe even a 5. Was quite a quiet game for Foden, really. I don't like Foden on the right. He should be on the left. Mount, when we got him on the ball, looked good. So I'll probably give him like a 6.5. Sterling, give him a 7. Got the goal. I don't think Sterling was as bad as some people think. But Harry Kane, probably a 5. Harry Kane, should have scored on the back post. Good cross from Mount. Should have scored there. Not a lot going on for him. You can't just be generous because you like Harry Kane. I give him a 5. He reminds me of United sometimes, in the sense that we have a number 9 with nothing going on. Harry Kane's got nothing going on there, and he should have scored the one chance that he did get. So I'd give Harry Kane a 5. But lots to work on. Overall, England 7. You've got to win on the opening day. No pressure now. 2 games to come. Get out the group, because look, that group is a group that you could, if you played really bad, you might not get out of that group. So England a 7 overall. Southgate, you've got to give him a 6.5, haven't you? I mean, there was things he did I didn't like, but we won. So he can sit there and say, I got it right. But what I'm thinking about, you got it right against Croatia. You try that against Portugal. You try that against France. You try that against Italy. You try that against Spain. You're going to have a real big problem. That might work against Croatia, but it ain't going to work against good teams. And he's got to be, the games like today, you should be winning it 3-0 with the team that you're going to play against Portugal. You shouldn't be using a team that's not going to beat Portugal. But maybe that's the issue with Southgate. We'll see. Anyway, look, thanks everyone for watching. Lots to come on the channel. Make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe. And I'll speak to you all in a bit.